Bring your cup and take a seat. Fill it up, coffee, wine, or tea. Come find what you're looking for. A good pour.
Welcome back to A Good Pour. I'm Kathryn Good, your host. On this podcast, we have conversations about good work, and today is a very special episode. We have our interns. They are seniors at various high schools across the county, and we asked them to apply to be an internship in the spring of their junior year. They spend the summer learning about Good Circle marketing and our marketing machine product. And then we asked startup businesses and nonprofits to apply to be a good project. And what that is that the interns work with that business, their selected business, to do an actual marketing machine. So they get real world experience. The fall of their senior year, I learned a while ago that they really need to be done there by the fall of their senior year, because the spring they all have senioritis and they are checked out. So we wrap up these projects by December of the fall of their senior year. And it just gives them an opportunity to hear and see real business needs. It gives the business the marketing foundations and who they are, who they help, how they help, and then how they tell the world. And it just gives me an opportunity to teach and be involved with the next generation of our business leaders. So it's a win-win-win, as I like to call it. But today, first, we have Lizzie Shipley from Beach High School and Gwen Canfield with 615 Interiors. Thanks for being on today.
Thanks for having me. Thanks for having me.
So, Lizzie, will you just start and talk about, just give an introduction to yourself, kind of what you're involved with in high school?
So I'm a senior at Beach High School. I was heavily involved in marketing and the business path all throughout high school. I'm actually DECA president this year of Beach's DECA chapter, which is so exciting, and I love being involved in that.
Tell everyone real quick what DECA is.
So DECA is a business and marketing club for students who are interested in careers in hospitality, finance, marketing, business, kind of whatever you name it. But honestly, I would recommend it to anyone who wants any career, because it gives you really real life skills that you can kind of take into job offers, job interviews, just kind of anything you kind of would like to go into. I think DECA has a category for you. And there's also different types of competition. We go to states in Chattanooga every year. We go to nationals all across the country. And so it's been a really good opportunity for me to meet new people that are interested in kind of the same career path that I do, but also to learn and also travel with all my best friends.
Yeah.
It's been really fun. Yeah.
Why did you want to be a Good Circle intern?
I want to be a Good Circle marketing intern because I saw it on social media and it kind of like piqued my interest. So I kind of was looking through your website and kind of all the things you had about it. And I just thought, I'm always trying to kind of gain portfolio experience and kind of try new experiences. And I think that that's a really important part of, being in high school and trying new things to see what I want to go into for a career. And so I was just thinking how this would help me. And so it would gain experience. That's what.
Yeah. We've had just an excellent crew of interns, and you've definitely added to that. So it's been really fun to work with you. All right, Gwen, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm Gwen Canfield. I'm an interior designer first and foremost at heart. Started my career doing graphic design, still do some graphic design. Interior design has always been my passion, though. It's what I went to school for. And so in the last 2.5 years, I've really worked to develop that as a business, and it is taken off. Very blessed, very thankful. This is a wonderful community to be involved in. It's easy to get connected. So yeah, design is definitely my passion, and I'm working to grow it in other ways that I haven't explored in years past, but it's been amazing.
Good. We've been working together for, a couple of years, or we've known each other. Mm-hmm. I mean, pretty much since I started the business, I feel like we met. And
yeah.
And so I'm sure you knew about the intern program, but what made you kind of, as a startup, what made you want to do this?
Oh, goodness. Well, I need to go through the marketing machine, honestly. I wear a lot of hats with my business. I'm a solopreneur, going through a growth spurt right now. So I really, I saw it when I saw the opportunity. I wanted to jump on it because I felt like getting that outside perspective is going to be really helpful for me. Also because I work so hard in the business. It's what you always hear, and I don't have time to work on the business as much. So I always want to keep my finger on the pulse of what my clients and potential clients are feeling, what their needs are. And I feel like, going through the marketing machine will kind of give me that expert outside perspective that I need. And I always want to keep that as a focus and not, I really love what I do, and it's easy to get lost in the design process that I'm going through every day. But I always want to keep in mind what clients need to hear from me and, what they want to hear so that I can deliver that to them.
I heard a preview this Sunday from Lizzie, so I think you're going to be very excited about what you hear. Yeah, yeah. One of the benefits that we ask the interns to do is to present it to each other, which we technically ran out of time the other day when we were presenting to each other. Lizzie got her for her. She got through hers. But then we do want, the intern to present to the business, because that's a valuable business skill, to not just give you the foundation, the presentation, but to actually present it in person. So I'm excited for Lizzie to do that. Lizzie, what do you feel like you've learned about the real world or just business in general? It doesn't have to be marketing specific, but what do you think you've learned?
I think I've learned a lot about the real world aspect of, marketing and kind of how, especially your business does it. And I like the approach that y'all have and kind of how you're structured this is what you offer your clients. And I've really seen that through, me doing it, but also you showing us what you've done in the past for other businesses, not just 615 Interiors, but I feel like doing a lot of research is something that I wasn't really, not expecting, but just there's a lot of research. And I really liked how, we know so much, but we're like adapting to whatever whatever client we have. And so doing that research is something that I've learned is very valuable, and it will really come in handy down the road, because you're becoming an expert on the interior design space, even when I didn't know much about it before. And so I've learned a lot about that too. And so I think a lot of times when we're doing, like when I'm doing either DECA projects or something like that, it's not necessarily real world. And in this case, it's actually real world. And I get to see the struggles that you have, where you can grow, and also just the successes that you're already having, and kind of capitalize on those too. So I think it's just really a valuable experience. Yeah.
So this is the first year we have brought in AI to do some of that research. What did you think about that process?
So I think it's so interesting how AI, I feel like, is kind of taking over, not taking over, but being a very large component in our lives, because, and I keep bringing this back to DECA, our DECA project this year is about implementing AI into different businesses. And so there's always, change is always going to happen. And so it's easy to be scared or just not really resist it. But I think it's really good how you've embraced it and kind of have been using this to make all your products better and all your services better to everyone. And so I think that's valuable. And I've learned a lot about it and how it can help a lot. And also how you, in partnership with AI, can be really valuable and bring a lot of new ideas.
Yeah. So, you've heard me say this before, but it would take, hours upon hours to do target audience research, for example. We would have to, pull reviews or have all these conversations of think about what they're doing, and then do client reviews on what they're reading. And so just hours. And now with AI, we can just say, it doesn't necessarily mean it's always right, but just some of that research, we can do it very, very quickly. So it's been fun to teach them. Do you feel like your teachers are coming around to AI, or are we still scared and it's cheating?
Some of it, I think, especially with English, that's like kind of a no-no because it's not your own words, you're not your own
Correct.
sentence
Yes.
structure. And I understand that completely because, I think you do need to have good writing skills, especially growing up and, going out in the real world. But there's other aspects of, for me, just like the ideas, the jotting it down. I like to think I'm a creative person, but sometimes, you get in a stick and you just need some inspiration. And so I feel like that's really good. And a lot of my teachers have been open to that, I would say. So that's a good thing.
Especially the brainstorming part. I hope so. Yeah. Have you used AI yet, Gwen?
Somewhat.
Okay.
Somewhat. Mainly because it's often incorporated in some of the software and platforms that I'm already using. It's just been gradually sneaking in, and I'm like, let me see what this can do. Click it, and it's like, holy moly.
Yeah.
So, kind of along those lines, I have been using it a little bit. It is very cool.
Well, as a part of the marketing machine, Lizzie is outlining some content topics and then some like monthly themes that you might be able to use. And then we'll give you kind of a couple prompts to help you build that out monthly. So
Perfect.
I know just
Excellent.
part of what we're trying to do in the marketing machine is save you time as a business leader, because most startups, just like you said, like you're working. I mean, you're trying to be successful, and so to spend time on marketing, if you're going to do it, it needs to be one that it's going to work or have the potential to work, and two, how can you do it with the most time? Lizzie, I'm going to give you those prompts. You don't have to create those. You're getting nervous. Like, wait a minute, that's not in my project right now. So we are sitting in the Good Circle Marketing Good Story podcast room here at the Gallatin Chamber. We will officially launch this room toward the end of 2025. 2024. So by the time this podcast airs, we will be well on our way to, being a source of, so people can sit down and do videos and podcasts. But we called it the Good Story podcast room or studio. Good Story Studio is the official. Good Story Studio is what is on the door. Because one of the things I really believe is telling stories as a part of marketing. You'll hear me say that I want you to be top of mind, I want you to be top of search, and I want you to tell your story. So I just would like to hear just do a quick, brainstorm. Lizzie already has some ideas of some stories, but Gwen, especially, what do you feel like are the stories that you would want to tell?
I've been an artist since I could pick up a pencil. I mean, I've always been an artist, always done drawing and painting, so I've been an artist my whole life. I've been a designer for my entire professional life, and now I'm an interior designer. So I kind of feel like I finally know what I want to be when I grow up. So it's just sort of been my passion to pursue that. And I have experienced firsthand how my clients' lives can be impacted. I mean, I know it sounds woo-woo, but my clients' lives can be improved and impacted from design, whether they're a business owner and I'm creating a beautiful brand, a logo, a website, some marketing materials, things that help them put their best foot forward and attract the clients they want to attract for their business. And now for homeowners, it's a different spin on design that I'm really enjoying, improving their lives and their spaces. These are the spaces that they come after work to rejuvenate, and that's where they share their lives with people that mean the most to them, family and friends, and sometimes, colleagues. So I'm able to improve their space and improve their lives in that way. That's how I approach design. That's how I look at it.
Yeah.
So that's what I enjoy most about design.
Yeah. Before we go into more stories, Lizzie, I totally forgot to ask you, why did you pick this project?
I've got to work on a couple different Instagrams for my school and different things that involve graphic design. And so I really just kind of was drawn to that aspect of you that you really respect that. And that's kind of your passion, because there's a lot of visual and things that I really love to do too. And then I really just liked how your website was so so thorough. You could tell that you had really put your care and I guess passion into it. And so I just was really interested, and I thought that's something we could kind of relate to and share. So
yeah. Awesome. It's been fun to watch this one too, because it's small business, startup business, that the other three are doing nonprofits. So it's been fun to see kind of the different take, because you're able, the marketing machine is a little bit different for you than it is, for a nonprofit. So what other stories? I know we talked about, maybe a fun story would be, Gwen, you've talked about that you want to create kind of sanctuary spaces that people just feel. And so I know we talked about just that there's all kinds of different ways that a place can be a sanctuary. Maybe someone likes to read, or someone just wants to spend time with their dog or their pet, or the kitchen can be a sanctuary, right? And so what else comes to mind of stories that she might be able to tell?
I liked what you said, the sanctuary, because we talked about not even if it's just one space and it's just like a reading nook, as you said, like the amount of time that people are spending in there, and they are creating memories in there, like really their lives are kind of like formed around their home, and it's a lot of meaningful for them. And so I think that giving them that sanctuary that really gives them a lot of happiness and a lot of pride in their space. So I think that's really valuable. Yeah.
Right, I love
and
that.
it could be interesting, like just this was their sanctuary. I think that would be, people can have really weird sanctuaries, I would say.
That's true. I really enjoy that aspect of it, the personal aspect of, being able to talk to them about not only what they feel is beautiful, but also what's going to functionally serve them and their families in the best way. That's the most personal connection you can have with someone, is going into their home and helping them make it better.
Yeah.
And a lot of times there is always some sort of investment involved in, whether it be remodeling or redecorating, there's an investment involved. And so the fact that they welcome me into their homes to help them sort of protect that investment and be sure that what they're choosing is going to work best for them, that's a privilege and an honor. So
I love that you're starting from that perspective. You're a little bit different in the way you offer services, right, Gwen? So tell a little bit about that.
My approach, design services are what I offer first and foremost. So I help a client gather as many ideas and input from them as I can, and then I create a concept idea, so a design plan, a floor plan, 3D renderings with all of the finishes and furnishings and things in place, so that they know almost exactly what their space is going to look like before they even spend a dime on redecoration or remodeling with a contractor. So my strong suit, obviously, is the design aspect. So that's what I focus on first. And most of my clients hire me for that.
I love that.
They can't visualize necessarily how it's going to look. And then I can help them to get what they need, select the actual materials, select furnishings, help them with organizing, ordering and delivery and all of that as implementation services. But primarily the design is what they hire me for.
And I think that's a story to tell too, right? One, it's the way you're different, but it's also you're starting from a place, like so many times, at least I know, where can I fit this couch, right? And you are really starting from the foundation of this is what you're trying to create, and let's pick pieces and decor and textures that help you create that, rather than where can we fit this couch?
Right.
So I think that's another awesome story to tell.
Awesome.
What advice would you give Lizzie?
Just be open to all opportunities. You never know where you're going to learn and where you're going to grow. Definitely, any experience that you get, any work setting you're in, just kind of absorb what it is that it has to teach you, because it's going to take you, on your path. You're going to figure out what it is that you feel like you should do and go and just be you authentically.
Yes.
But yeah, be open to all opportunities, because they'll all teach you things.
Especially between now and like 25.
My gosh, yes. Do not limit yourself during now and 25 for sure. Just open your mind.
Yeah, I'm thankful for this experience and hopeful that there's more that come down. So yeah.
I feel confident. Well, thank you both for being on today. Thank you for Gwen. I'm just excited that you're starting a new path and kind of going back to your roots a little bit. I have a couple projects I could use you on here pretty soon. And then and thank you for being a part of Good Circle Marketing in multiple ways, but just applying to be a good project. And Lizzie, it is a joy. I've really, you and Brayden were the first beach interns. We've done Merrill Hyde and Station Camp before, so it was really fun to expand into beach, even though there's a little bit of rivalry for me there. But I've enjoyed getting to know you and just feel certain that there's all kinds of good things coming your way.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thanks for being here.